8 F-22 Raptors, 1 KC-135 Stratotanker, thousands of feet above the Atlantic Ocean. This is not just a training flight. It's a precise, high-endurance operation, one that demonstrates global reach, stealth air power, and readiness to deploy anywhere on the planet. From the surface, it's silent. From the sky, it's a ballet of fuel, flight, and flawless timing. The KC-135 Stratotanker flies steady at 28,000 feet, cruising at close to 300 knots. Trailing behind, 8 F-22 Raptors move into formation. Their goal, mid-air refueling over the open ocean. This is no small task. At these speeds and altitudes, even slight turbulence can cause sudden shifts in distance between the aircraft. The refueling boom, an extendable telescopic pipe controlled manually by a boom operator, has to connect perfectly with the Raptor's receptacle, located just behind its cockpit. Each Raptor moves in one at a time, flying as close as 30 feet from the tanker's tail. Too fast and the boom risks snapping. Too slow and you fall out of position. It's a balancing act of millisecond adjustments, constant throttle inputs, and total focus. For the boom operator, precision is everything. For the pilot, the workload is intense, managing altitude, airspeed, and heading, all while maintaining formation behind a moving target. The F-22 Raptor isn't just a fighter jet, it's an air dominance platform. With stealth shaping, thrust vectoring, and powerful onboard sensors, it was built to achieve superiority in contested airspace and survive. But even with cutting-edge technology, it's still a machine limited by physics. The Raptor holds about 18,000 pounds of fuel internally. That's perfect for strike packages, patrols, and combat air patrol missions. But it's not enough to cross oceans. Unlike legacy fighters like the F-15 or F-16, the F-22 can't carry external fuel tanks. Those would compromise its stealth profile. That means if the Raptor is going long distance, it needs support. And that support comes in the form of a tanker. Without aerial refueling, the F-22 can't project global power. With it, the jet becomes a ghost in the sky, appearing anywhere the mission demands. For the Raptor pilot, a ferry flight is an endurance event. You're strapped into an ejection seat for 8 to 10 hours. You can't stand up. You can't stretch. You can't leave the controls. Your helmet's on. Your mask is tight. Your hands stay close to the stick and throttle the entire time. You fly in a trail formation across a featureless ocean. No terrain to navigate, no threats to avoid, just miles and miles of water below and a jet that demands constant attention. You eat through a straw, you hydrate through a tube, you monitor your fuel, your systems, and your position in the formation, all while keeping a mental picture of the flight's progress. Every refueling hookup brings tension and relief. It's your lifeline. Miss one rendezvous, and you may not have enough gas to make the next. For new pilots, it's a rite of passage. For veterans, it's muscle memory. But for everyone, it's exhausting. The KC-135 Stratotanker is older than the jets it supports, but its mission remains critical. It carries over 200,000 pounds of fuel and can refuel fighters, bombers, or other tankers in flight. It's more than a flying gas station. It's a communications node, a mission coordinator, and a backup command post. The boom operator lies flat in the back of the aircraft, staring out a small window as jets approach from below. With manual controls and zero room for error, the boom operator must guide the probe into the receiver with both precision and speed. Too much turbulence, and the connection could shear off. Too little awareness, and two aircraft could collide. The entire operation happens within inches, at high speeds and thousands of feet above the ocean. For the F-22 pilot, refueling in flight is one of the most technical and demanding maneuvers they'll perform, especially over oceanic airspace. As the Raptor approaches the tanker, the pilot begins by matching altitude, speed, and heading exactly. The aircraft's radar is usually off or set to standby to avoid any interference with the boom. The flight lead will call the join up, and one by one, each Raptor is cleared to take gas. The KC-135 flies a steady track. No sudden movements, The Raptor moves into pre-contact position, about 50 feet behind and slightly below the tanker. From there, the pilot inches forward, using visual references only, usually aligning canopy markings with the tanker's boom pod. Because the F-22 has no autopilot for this, every single control input is manual. The pilot must keep the jet steady with micro adjustments on the stick and throttle, while fighting buffeting air, pressure changes, and the wake turbulence from the tanker. On paper, this looks like a training flight, but in reality, it mirrors something far more serious: a strategic ferry mission to a forward deployed location. 8 F-22s don't move together without purpose. This is a full squadron element, likely heading to bolster a regional air package or standby for combat tasking. The destination isn't listed, but based on the route, the refueling pattern, and the squadron involved, it could be Europe, or the Middle East, or even a forward NATO base near rising tensions. This kind of operation gives the US an enormous strategic advantage: the ability to launch fifth-generation fighters from the continental United States and deliver them fully mission-capable overseas within a day. It's quiet power projection, no ceremony, no headlines, just stealth, speed, and readiness, crossing oceans to hold adversaries in check. This isn't combat, it isn't flashy. There are no dogfights, no missiles, no sound barrier breaking moments. But this is where air superiority begins. With a boom, a refueling hookup, a jet stretching its range across the sea. These are the missions you don't hear about, but the ones that make all the difference when the world starts paying attention. And if the Raptors ever need to show up in the next fight, they'll be ready, fueled, silent, and already overhead. As the boom makes contact, the pilot holds perfectly still. Any oscillation could disconnect the boom or damage the probe. During the fuel transfer, the pilot monitors engine performance, fuel flow, and system pressures, all while staying perfectly locked in formation, just feet behind the tanker at nearly 300 knots. Refueling complete, the pilot gently backs away, ensuring a clean disconnect without any turbulence-induced bumps. Then it's off to rejoin the formation trail, waiting for the next leg of the journey. Do it right and it looks effortless, but every Raptor pilot will tell you it's anything but.